pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we have we had executive session from 5:30 to 6 to talk about personnel and legal. And may we have a roll call, please, Janet?
Mrs. Beagle?
Here.
Mrs. Boyce? Here. Mrs. Burns?
Here.
Mrs. Delaney? Here. Mrs. McBride? Here. Mr. McIntyre?
Here.
Mr. Mock?
Here.
Mr. Ritter?
Here.
Mrs. Warning?
Here. Thank you. We have a couple of presentations tonight. I would like to invite Gabriella Rossetti and Mrs. Dudak up, please. She has something shiny, doesn't she? Yeah.
Okay, you just have to go find the microphone, otherwise they can't hear you online.
Thanks. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, is this good?
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I just start?
Yeah.
Okay. In a movement dominated by men, Ella Baker used her voice throughout the civil rights movement to support change in America. Unlike popular activists, Baker does not receive the recognition she deserves. She spread her belief that change comes from ordinary people and created opportunities for members in her community to start taking part in that change. Her philosophy created a strong base that supported the movement through its toughest times. Ella Baker joined the civil rights movement in the 1940s, dedicating many years to being active in her community. She used her position in the largest civil rights organization, the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, to uplift community leaders and help organize local NAACP groups. After leaving the association, she helped form her most highly regarded contribution, the Student Nonviolence Coordinating Committee. With her guidance, this young group of activists became one of the most recognized advocates for civil rights by successfully holding organized protests, sit-ins, voter registration drives, and freedom rides. The changes they fought for are visible today through schools and communities. Thanks to Baker's efforts, I am able to attend an extremely diverse school and form friendships with people from all different backgrounds. Ella Baker continues to serve as an inspiration to many young women and students like myself to use our voices to speak up for what is right. Ella Baker's dedication to the civil rights movement and supporting local Black communities has helped change American history. Her voice continues to contribute to encourage others to take control and advocate for themselves in their community. Although there has been much change, her beliefs are still heavily followed by activists in the Black Lives Matter movement today. While the face of the civil rights movement is dominated by men, Ella Baker is the backbone. Thank you.
Did you want to hear it? No, we did. I think you should tell them what this is for.
Oh, okay, I got this award.
Sorry.
I got this award at the Black History Month Summit at the Soldiers and Sailors Museum for writing my Black History Month contest, essay. I got 3rd place. Thank you.
Congratulations.
To that too, there were at least 17 schools competing. This was the first year that Gateway won, so I was really happy to.
So this is your essay. This is your essay.
Yes, yeah, that was her essay.
That's your essay.
Yeah, I was glad to be among those who presented her with the no, you were. It was well deserved. Very good essay, and so we appreciated the fact that out of 17 schools, Gateway this year was able to win. So next year you got your work cut out for you. Because she's one of your students, so that's
It's nice to bring home a G for Gateway, right?
Yeah, thank you for coming out and sharing that with us. We appreciate it.
And that was 3rd place. So that was wonderful. That was really nice.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, and then we have Ms. Kunitz. Oh, my favorite. And Mrs. Howard. My faves.
So I'll start out speaking, and then we did bring two of our girls were able to come, two of our 8th grade girls. So myself and Mrs. Howard, well, actually it all started, it came about because I came to her room, I guess, 4 years ago. And I said, I have an idea of something else we can do. And she was like, no, I'm not doing anything else. Because I always drag her into everything. And then I told her what it was, and she was like, okay. So basically, we wanted to start a mentorship program for girls just to just get them together, talking about things, everything like that. And then it kind of led to like a career path type thing and exposing them to different opportunities. So our mission statement to start it was to empower students to make, good academic achievement, self-esteem, social competence, avoidance of problems, high-risk behaviors by providing opportunities to develop healthy, pure relationships, community service, vocational exploration, and job shadowing experiences. So we started with an 8th grade group who is now in 11th grade, and I thought we were just going to take a new 8th grade group each year. But then I'm like, how do we let them go after 1 year? So while we're over at the middle school, so it's a little bit logistically hard, we've held on to we keep the girls and we don't keep any prisoners, so it's a choice to stay. And I think a lot of girls, see the value in it and want to stay, and some of them I think don't realize the value, but we've lost a couple along the way, and not that something bad happened to them, they just didn't want to make the commitment, they weren't, following through. But we have 11th graders, 10th graders, 9th graders in our 8th grade group. And, we've gone on a bunch of field trips, and we can kind of scroll through the pictures and see, and every year we pick one college to go to, but we also want them to realize that college isn't the only thing out there, so we've really provided them with a lot of trade opportunities, just so many things. I've learned a lot because I didn't think I realized everything that was out there. And this was our trip to Penn State this year, so we got the tour of the whole football facilities by Terry Smith, and the girls had the chance to meet with a panel of, we try to focus on females in professions that are not necessarily something that we see them in. So we had, do you remember this?
Yeah, we had a nutritionist, we had the trainer speak to our girls, we had the media specialist speak to our girls, and the secretary of the head coach, like the administrative assistant of the head coach. So these 4 women, professional women in sports, were able to speak to our girls and let them know that there are professional positions outside of playing the sport within the sports programming at the next level. So that was exciting. By the way, the PowerPoint was made by our students, the students that were listed on the first page. So they're really involved. We try to get them involved doing things. We want to build their organizational skills, leadership skills, and just communication skills. And we're happy that, again, we have 2 students that represent our programming. Each year we do go to a college, as Carrie mentioned. We try to do a community service project, which has been a big thing each year. We've been able to raise a lot of money for different programming over the years. It's been fun too, and then you really get to see the girls kind of shine in doing things. A lot of times people think that students, they don't do much, but if you give them a task and you put it on them, they can take care of business. And we had a great experience this past Friday with our polar plunge event. It was so much fun. 5th through 8th graders were involved. Our teachers joined in. They were willing to get splashed. They got the ice bucket challenge put on them. But initially the girls came up with, okay, let's put the teachers' faces on a jar, and if a teacher gets like $50 worth of donation, they get dumped on. And I tell you what, our teachers were just really active. They were having fun with it. Our administrators got involved. All three of them got ice bucket.
Who made the most money?
Well, believe it or not, Mr. Person, the orchestra teacher. I don't know, because I think he knows most kids, 5th through 8th grade. So he, had a lot of money put in his bucket. But there were also just kids bringing a lot of money, and I kept asking, do your parents know? And they kept telling me, well, it's my money. I was like, okay, it's going to a good cause, thank you. But they really wanted the principals to get, dumped on. We even, and I know I'm jumping, it was such a nice event. We even had the mass singers included in this, and we had a gator, the Northgate Flame. I was able to borrow the costume from them, and then we had a polar bear. And 3 of our teachers volunteered to get in the costumes and then sing in between the dunks. So that was fun, and the kids really, they just loved it, because at the end when we revealed who the teachers were, they just kind of went crazy with that. Girls, do you want to say anything about that right now? She was an MC. She was working the water thing, with anything that.
I felt like the kids were pretty involved with it, because they were all really paying attention, because even though it was still for a good cause, they were still into it.
Mm-hmm. And how much money? Do you remember how much money we were able to raise?
Was it $2,000?
I think our school was like $11.45.
Yeah, $1,145 in 1 week we were able to raise based off of putting money in the teachers' jars. And district-wide, because we partnered with the high school classroom, Miss Ruby's classroom, as well as Miss Maisto's class in our building. And overall, we raised $2,500 for the Special Olympics. No, this Friday, actually, our group, our mentor group, and the classrooms we partner with will be going down to AccuShore Stadium to do the actual polar plunge. So we're going to present a little check, and then we're going for it. I hope it
Any of you guys want to come jump in the pool with us? You're welcome. Michael, could you scroll through a couple of the slides before we finish up? So this was our first group when we started, who's now in 11th grade. We meet with the 8th grade twice a month for lunch, and we go to the high school during Gator time once a month. And I'm trying to get them to be better about responding to emails, but I'm working on that. If you can just keep scrolling, Micah. These are just some of our opportunities. We had a police officer. We've been to cosmetology. We had someone come in for self-defense. We went to WTAE, which was a great experience. You could scroll, Micah. We went to Port Authority, and we learned about a lot of jobs there. We also had the opportunity with Port Authority. They donated us some bus passes, so we took a bus one day on one of our field trips and showed the girls how to do that, and we also missed a bus, so we were kind of running for the next
So life skills, you have to adjust.
We learned a lot. And then, so this was, we also went to PJ Dick Corporation, which was very interesting. Learned about all the things they can do there. Originally, these are our community service. We've, done bottle taps for Ronald McDonald. We did Pick Care and Food Bank. And then last year we did raise money. We sold lollipops, which was a big hit with the kids, but the teachers didn't like us very much for that. So to raise money. And this year we did the polar plunge, ice bucket.
Okay, so this is a comment from one of our students from the high school. She couldn't be here, but she wanted to share this.
I've been in the program since 8th grade, and honestly, it's amazing to see how much it's grown over the years. When I first joined, it was low-key a small, underfunded group, but now it's developed into something very strong and organized. Being part of it has helped me gain confidence, build leadership skills, and figure out more about what I want to do after high school, healthcare. I've also learned to work better with others and step out of my comfort zone, like asking questions I would normally get anxiety about. Overall, it's been really cool to watch her grow and that I've been a part of this process.
And again, she's a junior at the high school right now. And when this young lady first started talking about just kind of really shy and not being willing to speak, she has so much come out of her shell. She's joined, I think she's part of the band. She's joined a lot of activities where she wouldn't have done that before, because when we get together, we try to talk to them about trying new things. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable just to figure things out. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Don't do it again. But it won't hurt to just try things.
I was part of the first batch of girls my 8th grade year. I didn't understand a whole lot about my future, what my future could look like, and what I truly wanted to do at the time. Being able to experience so many different opportunities while being in this program helped me develop and grow in many more ways than one. I started to explore more career opportunities for myself and got to work on a passion project for college. I've met new people with so many perspectives. It's amazing how passionate people are when they come in to talk to us about what they do. I recently started a major project through CSE, and I love coming into work with the kids. Being that I'm a junior now, life has been a struggle trying to balance preparations for my future and everything else I like. When it comes to this program, that struggle goes away. I hope we can continue to encourage more 8th graders to start thinking about what they like and what they would want to do in the future. I wouldn't trade this experience for anything in the world.
Another student, what we're trying to do now is to get our mentees to become mentors. And that's what she's talking about, her project with CSE. She's now going down once a week to meet with elementary students at CSE from the high school. We are actually going to start that up as well in the 8th grade, meeting with our 5th and 6th grade girls. We just needed the plunge project to kind of wrap up, and now we'll start assigning, students with our mentors, 8th grade mentees. Okay.
Members of our program have shared that it has assisted them in learning about career choices and future possibilities. It has also given us valuable chances to visit different colleges and universities. Additionally, it has allowed us to help others speak up and make the impact and put effort into achieving our goals. Through the mentorship group, we can hear about the diverse experience of many individuals, including our peers. The program has seen a great increase in members participation, and we hope to continue this growth as we learn and develop as well. Thank you for allowing us to share our experience.
So that in a nutshell, we just wanted to share, what we were doing. We do want to thank Dr. Chakey, though. He has been very instrumental in allowing us to kind of get away. He provided us busing when we first got started, and we're thinking, I don't know if we can get a bus just for 8 students or 10 students and 2 chaperones, but somehow we made it work, and now we are filling a whole bus. We appreciate our principals because they allow us to have the flexibility to kind of leave and work our schedule the way we need to. And again, it's just been supportive all the way around. And the girls, they're having fun. We just love seeing them enjoying their experiences. I know this month we're going to go to the Empower Her Summit. That's not this month, actually it's March 6th. So that's coming up. We have an AHN hospital experience. We're going to get to see the pharmacy, I think imaging, nursing unit, and one other thing I can't remember. And then this is the part I like. This is something different, but we're even getting to go to the Institute of Mortuary Science school. But a lot of our girls said that they want to be cosmetologists, and guess what? They can do that there as well. But again, we just want to expose them to different experiences. And
That's pretty much it.
That's great.
So thank you.
Can we ask some questions? Are we allowed to ask you questions? Is it okay? We're going to mess up our schedule. You talked about 8th graders are going to help with 5th and 6th mentoring, and you talked about doing it for 8th graders and following through in high school. You left out a grade. What's going on with 7th?
Well, we just happened to pick starting with 8th grade. So like, you know,
The transition, yeah.
so we picked 8th grade originally, thinking like, so if a kid did want to go to college, we'd want them to know in 8th grade what a college
Yeah,
looks
the
like,
schedule.
okay? Right? So like, because a lot of, like I know when we go to a college, if you've never gone, if your parents haven't gone or brothers or sisters, I remember the first time we went down to Cal U and we get the whole experience. They feed us in the cafeteria and they're like, wow. But they didn't know you slept there. They didn't know you only went to 2 classes a day. You know, this was like, wow, this is maybe something I want to do. So we thought they'd need to know that in 8th grade so they could go on the correct track through high school. As far as, I'd like to do it for way more kids, but I carry a caseload of 60 kids on my speech therapy roster. So, we do as much as we can within, our prep periods, our lunch, or I'm up at 4 a.m. sending emails, whatever. So I don't think it's really leaving anybody out. I wish we could include more kids, honestly.
I just wondered, 7th grade seems to be lost when you look at the data, and they seem to need help. And I just wondered if an 8th grader worked with a 7th grader, that would sort of direct them and set goals and objectives in 7th grade. So when they got to 8th grade, you guys would know what your scheduling should look like.
There's actually a Rocks girls group in 7th grade, and I was part of
What's
that.
it called?
Rocks.
Rocks. What is that?
It's a group, like an organization that builds you up. And last year, I remember we had a fighting class like that we get to like experience. It was really nice.
So is it similar to what you're doing?
Yeah.
It's similar, but it's not this. It's not a
the
mentorship.
same. This group has more like buildability, and like you get to experience more with this group. Like 7th grade, I feel like that helps you prepare for this group.
Okay. So that they're not being left out. It's just you're not being left out of the shuffle, because when you said 5th and 6th, they're obviously transitioning into 5th grade is a challenge. It's always good to have mentors. But I just wondered, when you look at 7th grade seems to be statistically lost in the shuffle.
Right. And we're not opposed to, assigning a mentor to a 7th grader. But typically we get those, hey, can you have someone meet with a 5th grader or 6th grader because they need more help with the work and that kind of thing. So that's how it plays out.
We do have the middle school counselors scheduled to come to a board meeting, so we'll make sure we throw that on the agenda.
Like we had a chance to talk to the elementary counselors as they talked about that.
Yeah.
The leadership thing at Colleen Tartarella does is similar to the mentoring, because she's at the high school.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as it's a little different. No.
Slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
I want to thank Mrs.
Yeah.
Howard and Mrs.
That's
Coons. This
Thank you very much.
but this is grassroots. They do this. They're passionate about this, and we certainly appreciate it because, they're the ones who developed this. And like Ms. Coon had said, she's a full-time teacher. Mrs. Howard's a full-time counselor, and they find the time in their schedules to do this. So we appreciate that. So
I
thank you.
just have one quick question. Were the girls able to talk you into taking them to the creamery when you were at Penn
Oh, we
State?
went. Okay. That was our last stop before the bus.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you had the
No,
full
what they
picture.
really, I hope
Thank
you
you
went
all
to
so
the,
much.
did you go to the museum did Terry Smith take you to the museum? For
Which-
athletics?
Oh, yeah, we had the special tour. We saw
That's
the indoor.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, we saw all the trophies and we, saw the indoor facilities, period.
That's
So
really impressive.
I know all of the dads and and brothers and uncles were kind of like, hey, how'd you get to go? So he treated us like recruits. They all got their lanyards and we, got that special treatment from him.
That was cool.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Carrie shared that slideshow
All
that
right.
you can attach.
Okay.
to
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know, did you say how much for
No,
our
it's not on
citizens?
here.
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's always,
All right.
yeah.
Do we have any comments from residents on agenda items? No? Okay, awesome. Thank Thank you. Do we have any board member discussions? Anybody? Okay. All right. Minutes from previous meeting. Can I have a motion to approve minutes from the previous meeting?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Any questions on section 4?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From the January 26th study session, the Finance Committee meeting, the Policy Committee meeting, and the January 26th regular meeting via Zoom. Any questions on that?
Thank you.
All in?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Zarellis, finance reports.
Thank you, Mrs. McBride. Financial reports, item 5.1, list of bills for February 2026. 5.2, list of bills February 2026 that were added after the study session. And item 5.3, financial statements for January of 2026.
So moved. Second.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Z on the finance? May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Boyce? Aye. Mrs. Burns?
Aye.
Mrs. Delaney? Aye. Mrs. McBride?
Aye.
Mr. McIntyre? Aye. Mr. Mock?
Aye.
Mr. Ritter?
Aye.
Mrs. Warning?
Aye.
And Mrs. Beagle?
Aye. Thank you. Mr. Bringe, section 6 personnel, please.
Thank you, Mrs. McBride. Item 6.1, recommend acknowledgement of the 4 resignations contained herein. Item 6.2, recommend acknowledgement of the 3 individuals requesting leave under the Family and Medical Leave Act. Item 6.3, recommend employment for the 2 individuals listed here in the Food Service Department. Item 6.4, recommend the 7 individuals listed here as independent volunteers with the school district. And item 6.5, acknowledge the tenure status of Rachel Martin, who is a speech teacher at University Park.
So moved.
Second.
Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Bringe on personnel items? How many are we still done in food service? What's it look like?
11.
We are looking for 11 food service workers.
Well, I don't know how actively we're looking. A number of the positions are filled with substitutes on a daily basis, in large part because of the flexibility that subbing allows them as opposed to being brought on full-time. Now, understand full-time is either 4.5 hours or 5.5 hours, so there isn't a whole lot of benefit for some of them to come on under those terms, and so they have greater flexibility as substitute employees.
Are the substitutes, are they consistent in the positions that they're at?
Many of them are very consistent, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Burns?
Aye.
Mrs. Delaney?
Aye.
Mrs. McBride?
Aye.
Mr. McIntyre?
Aye.
Mr. Mock?
Aye.
Mr. Ritter?
Aye.
Mrs. Warning?
Aye.
Mrs. Beagle?
Aye.
Mrs. Boyce?
Aye.
Motion carries. Dr. Chaky, you have the big section, section 7.
Thank you, Mr. McBride. Item 7.1, we have several policies for approval. Item 7.2, approve the 26-27 school calendar. Item 7.3, approve the following policies for display. 7.4, approve the conferences as listed. 7.5, approve the agreement between Gateway School District and the day school at the Children's Institute. Item 7.6, approve the agreement between Gateway School District and FACS Education Solutions for professional development services for Title I non-public schools. 7.7, approve the agreement between Gateway School District and Presley Ridge. 7.8, approve the new course proposal for GHS.
So moved.
Second.
Does anybody have any questions for Dr. Chaky in section 7?
Sorry, I have a question on the school calendar. I know the last makeup day is like well into June. Should we not put that makeup day, attach that to spring break? Or Because if graduation is like the 28th and now the makeup day, and I know we don't historically haven't been using them because of flexible instruction and everything else, but you have a date, June like 1st or 2nd, that is that makeup day.
Yeah, it's honestly, if we have a lot of makeup days, they'll be tacked on at the end of the year. Like most likely, we could use. There's a couple sprinkled in there that we can use, but if we're going mostly by hours now, instructional hours versus the days. So I'm confident we'll be okay.
Okay, because I think this year, even though we've had, for all this stuff, we've had no need to use any makeup days this year or last year.
Or last year, right? Yes. We had 5 already this year, and last year we had a whole bunch due to the power outage.
I had mentioned it probably would be good when we have conferences to give some clarity on what some of the conferences are so we know. I mean, obviously, ATLAS is pretty self-explanatory. When we send somebody to the Pennsylvania Department of Education Summit, exactly what is that, Dr. Chakey? Like, what would that be?
That is for Cindy Cabell to look at some of the data and the PIMS coordination.
Oh, okay, so we're looking at testing.
Yeah, she's going to learn all the updates from PDE and some of the strategies around the state. And she'll collaborate with some of the other districts.
And she comes back and does this manifest itself in professional development? Will this go out into special professional development in any way, or?
This is mainly for her, but she will share information with principals.
With the principals.
And other.
Whatever.
PIMS is very challenging, and they do change things annually. They could, and so the PIMS collection really affects everything we do. It affects our funding, our testing, so they have this data summit once or twice a year. They might have one in the fall and the one in the spring.
It helps you when you're actually physically sitting down and looking at this.
No, because she's, it's registration, and, for instance, when you talk about that adequacy gap, we missed it by a few dollars, and so those types of things can sometimes factor in. Testing, way students are attributed and how they're attributed and when they're attributed affects your school's scores, your future ready index too. So all that, there's a lot of data that's collected from the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this just gives, okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
And are all those conferences, is that in the budget? Like we have budget numbers and that's already from last year's budget. So we're not spending money outside of the budget.
No, it's always budgeted.
Okay.
Do you base, I often wonder, when you do the budget on that stuff, do you base it on the previous year, or how do you do it?
Usually, yeah.
Generally.
Right. Well, they create their own budget, then we look at it.
You roll it over and
Yeah.
add it all together into one lump sum?
No, every department has their own budget for stuff like this, so we can track it.
This one in particular is twice a year, so we know that.
Right.
The ALICE training, if we need to get someone trained, we know that happens probably like once or twice a year as well, so we'll earmark dollars for those.
Yeah, and I realize we got the SMART grant, so that's already accounted for in the grant monies.
Partially with this one, yeah.
Partially.
Does anybody have any other questions? May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Delane?
Aye.
Mrs. McBride?
Aye.
Mr. McIntyre?
Aye.
Mr. Mock?
Aye.
Mr. Ritter?
Aye.
Mrs. Warning?
Aye.
Mrs. Eagle?
Aye.
Mrs. Boyce?
Aye.
Mrs. Burns?
Aye.
Thank you. Mr. Zarellas, back to you for administrative resolution.
Thank you, Mrs. McBride. Administrative resolutions, item 8.1, approve the facilities used for Drum Corps International. Excuse me. Item 8.2, approve the bond coverage for tax collectors from Monroeville and Pitcairn as listed.
Is there a second?
Second.
Susan. Does anybody have any questions?
I do have one question for 8.1. I looked on there, I think, Donna, they're coming at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something?
Usually, yeah. That's usually because the way DCI works is like they finish a show, and after the show, they pack up and move to the next site. So they're usually coming, there's a show in Allentown on the 31st. So it's probably a group from coming from Allentown, and so then they put them in a bus, and they drive them overnight. And that's usually why they show up anywhere between 2 a.m. and 5 or 6 a.m.
So we have custodial staff available. Okay, do we need security? How does that work? Do we have anything?
No, no.
Okay. I just wondered, because they question that now. All right.
There was a figure associated with, they're going to pay X amount.
I think it was 2,400 per day.
2,400
Per day.
Per day. John, did we get clarity on any confusion last year abouts in the building?
I'm sorry, I think I misunderstood your question about what in the building?
Last year with the drum corps, there were some questions about they're going to be just in a specific area of the building, correct? So there's clarity on that. So
there's definitely clarity for this year. And last year there was some confusion. We wound up with 2 groups instead of 1, which that's all been worked out and straightened out. But yeah, they will be confined to certain areas of the building which they normally use.
Okay, so it's all straightened out and we're all good. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And John, is there any work or anything being done over this weekend? I know sometimes there's work being done at different facilities. Is there anything scheduled?
As of now, until the budget's approved, nothing is scheduled for summer work. For this weekend coming up, no, we don't have any work. But for summer work, until we get our budget approved and get our POs generated, then we'll start creating schedules which we can create around this.
Okay, perfect. Does anybody have any other questions for 8.1 or 8.2? May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. McBride?
Aye.
Mr. McIntyre?
Aye.
Mr. Mock?
Aye.
Mr. Ritter?
Aye.
Mrs. Warning?
Aye.
Mrs. Eagle?
Aye.
Mrs. Boyce?
Aye.
Mrs. Burns?
Aye.
Mrs. Delaney?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
If you get a chance, stop up and watch them. They're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll make sure I send something out, because their practice at night is pretty amazing. And that's like the week before champs, so they'll be full force, yeah.
Are they going to put on a show too?
They're not doing a show, no. There was discussion that they were using alternate sites, they were trying to figure the schedule, so this is just gonna be practice. Usually show up around between 8 and 9 p.m., I know it sounds late, any evening, and they'll probably be doing ensemble on the football field.
Oh, because they probably have to work around our band schedule too, huh?
Yeah, but they go pretty late at night, and they'll use
Yeah,
some of
that's
the
what I
alternate
mean,
fields.
yeah.
Yeah, they usually run the full show on the field in the evenings.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, they
That's
practice
good.
12 hours a day.
Okay, all right. Board member resolutions. Can I have a motion to pass for the approval of the principal and governors and leadership resolution?
I move. I so move.
Can I have a second?
John seconds?
Anybody have any questions on 9.1? Any comments on 9.1? What is the importance of this? And I think you did some research on
Yeah,
other
well,
school
there's,
districts
I
that.
think I've roughly said over 200 school districts have approved it. It's really just, it's a discretionary motion from the board. It's just really a roadmap on how the board says it's going to operate. It's not a policy, it's just a resolution for the board. And it's really the board decision to adopt it or not.
Is it, sorry,
go ahead.
has it changed from the previous year?
I don't believe so. I think it's the same one
It's
that's
just
up
you
there.
review it every year,
Okay.
it's gonna change of the
Yeah.
board.
Just asking.
Was this voted on last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
January, 2 years.
2 years
Two
ago.
years
2 years
Two-
ago.
Oh, I do, yeah.
yeah, it was voted on 2 years ago. It changes with every board, new board.
Oh, it changes with the new board, not every
Year.
calendar year.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Right.
right.
New humans.
Okay, all right.
Right,
And
so you would do it, and then there's which by the way, they moved out of the way so you can see it. The idea is really the public, this is how it's explained to me, the public see the principles that we fall under since we're a member of the PSDA, which we all got this today.
I haven't been home yet. Okay,
And it says
awesome.
board service basics, and it talks about those principles that we're supposed to, that's part of the principle since we're members.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? No, motion carries. Thank you. Do we have any comments from residents on non-agenda items? Okay. Dr. Rossi, administrative report.
All right, again, congratulations to Gabby Rossetti, earned third place in her essay contest. Gateway High School's No Place for Hate. Proudly attended the Black History Conference down at the Soldiers and Sailors in Oakland.
Some other.
And this is also, this is Miss Lawrence's class, the Photoshop class at Gateway High School. One of the projects that they did to celebrate Black history is to choose a historical figure and make an art graphic of them and write some of the important things that they did throughout history. And also Mr. Mistovich's Drawing A students are creating portraits using a technique called micrography. Micrography. I'm glad I'm sitting next to you. But they trace their portraits and then use words to describe the figure as values in the portraits. And this is another experience that they had at Gateway Middle School. Some of the door decorating contests to really celebrate Black History Month. And also, just a reminder, this Thursday from 6 to 7, the high school curriculum night. This would be a good opportunity for families to attend to learn about some of the new courses that are available and see some of the graduation requirements, learn about AP and honors.
And this is rising ninth graders, so current eighth graders through 11th grade would benefit from this. And just congratulations to Piper. We seem to recognize Piper every other month, it seems like. She's everywhere, yes. So Piper Munyon and Ethan Settlemeyer, who both participated in the East District Honors Band. Additional congratulations to Piper, who would advance to the PMEA Regional Band. So congratulations to both of them. Then we're partnering with the Monroeville Public Library for free evening of games, activities, and books on February 26th at Gateway Middle School from 6 to 7. It's an elementary literacy night.
We're busy that night, huh?
Busy, yeah. And then this is our display here with board here. Oh, where's it at? Yeah, Mr. Mistovich and Mr. McCann again with perspective. So
Is that high school?
That's high school, yes. Yeah. Just for the folks who couldn't see it. And then I think Dawn's on.
Yes, I'm here.
Yep. Okay, the bocce's up.
All right, so our unified bocce program is divided in Allegheny County into 4 different units: the east, the west, the north, and the south. And 4 teams from each make the playoffs from each of the 4 areas. We went to a division playoffs. 2 of our teams we have 2 teams. We're first and second seeded. They both won their first round matches, one against Plum, one against Riverview. And then again, they faced each other in the final, and our team 2 defeated team 1. So again, we are the Allegheny East Division champs. The student athletes were super excited, and we all are too. They're going on to regionals at the new Rise facility in Leesdale, PA, which is a state-of-the-art basketball and sports facility, and that's later. That's actually next week.
Okay, thank you. And then we have some swimmers who qualified for the WPIAL. I just wanted to recognize them. So thank you for that. That's coming up.
That is Thursday and Friday, and we had a diver this past weekend who competed, Andrea Giorgenti, who got 17th place. Top 16 go to state. So she's a sophomore. She's right. We have quite a few years of diving left with her, so she'll be back and then see what our team does this week.
Thank you. All right, that's it.
That's it. Did we have any board committee reports anybody needed to report on? No?
Just two pending, I was just announced the two pending meetings.
Yeah.
March 5th is Buildings and Grounds here at 6. 5.
Sorry, buildings and grounds, I thought it was, yes. I thought-
Finance is March 19th here at
Yeah.
5 PM.
Yes,
We'll go through the audit. Yeah.
thank you.
March 5th is 5.
No, 6.
No, 6.
Sorry.
Yeah,
March 5th is 6.
You were talking, so I was thinking it was finance.
yeah.
19th is finance. We'll get the first view of the budget from Mr. Zarellas.
Okay.
And could I mention that Dr. Rossi, Susan, Cheryl, Jeanette, and I went to the annual Monroeville Chamber of Commerce County Executive Breakfast last Friday, and Sarah and Leslie McBride and Sarah Imarato provided an update on the work her team is doing in Pittsburgh. She specifically mentioned the plans that they're making for the upcoming NFL draft to be held in Pittsburgh. Anything else that I missed?
Yeah, the big one was they're going to work on the assessment problem. Remember, they
That
said
was
they were
called the
going to.
elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room was the assessment problems, and they said they were having two groups. One was going to look at the assessment situation, if I understand, like anybody who was there, correct me. And the second group had something to do with the people that are going to be negatively impacted, which is a lot of people when that assessment is readjusted. How long, there was the one thing they didn't say was, how long was it going to take?
I would anticipate years.
Well, the problem is we're sitting here with assessment problems all over creation.
Okay. Motion to adjourn? Just an FYI, Gateway is playing at 7:30 for the position to state playoffs.
All in favor?
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Hey,